I've decided to do a creative project for my history final. This means that instead of just doing a normal research, writing, paper, done and done, I'm going to make a film, which for me means that I'm gonna not only write a support paper and have a creative journal, but I'm also going to go through all of the stages of film production. I'm gonna do a bunch of research. I found a lot of great books online and at the library. Now I gotta just sit down and spend the next week or two or so just reading. I'll check back in once I've finished reading. So I finished reading all of the sources, got through a significant stack. The next step is designing the character. I know that I want it to resemble a lot of the codices, so I'm gonna have it very much from a side perspective. Now I just have to start building it. So I ran into a minor problem. After making my pieces, I went to solder them together, which was my original plan. Turns out aluminum wire does not stick to solder. So instead, here I am just coiling and coiling and coiling to keep them connected. I have her outline. I have to make her clothes on top of this, but I have the basic armature of the character. And now I'm going to make sure I know how to weave a kitschkemito myself so that I'll be able to accurately create a storyboard. So now I'm gonna finish up the puppets and make her clothes because I've storyboarded and I'm pretty happy with where the story's going. I'm gonna make her hair, and then I'm gonna make her clothes, and I'm gonna make the decision whether or not I want it to be coiled throughout the entire piece or if I wanna have those differing textures. It'll be a bit difficult. I burned my hand this morning, but we're gonna make it work. So part of this assignment in making the film is it's of learning the techniques that would have been used during this time period. And so now I'm applying that knowledge to creating the closest that I can to authentic clothing for this puppet. Next, I'm gonna start making her clothing. She's gonna be wearing a huipil underneath her kitschkemito. So I've made a prop version of a kitschkemito. So I have some thick canvas fabric that I've lined with cinefoil. So the next step is to finish up the puppet. I've decided that she needs some hair. So now I'm individually gluing pieces of yarn that'll be strands of hair onto thin strips of metal wire. Next is a more frustrating section where I've created the kitschkemito on her pretty effectively. But now I have to make the skirt wrap around her in a way that'll look good when she's sitting and standing. It's 4 in the morning, but I finished her. So the next step is to clear out my apartment to turn it into a studio. So I'm gonna be putting the table over here so that I can block out the lights while still having some access to the arts and crafts table to continue to build set. This is a table that I made a few films ago, and it's really useful because I can access things under it, and so I can use magnets to secure the characters. These are the books that I checked out from the library for this project. This does not include my digital sources. I have a blackout cloth on my walls so I have even lighting conditions, but I have a few plants that I don't want to kill, so we're leaving this open for now. So now I'm actually building the set, starting with the walls and floors and just making sure everything will fit in frame. This is definitely one of the more tedious moments, but I was very proud of how this floor looked. So exciting news, she stands. So there's some magnets underneath there attached that are on her feet, and so figured that out. I've also got the walls of the set. I'm also starting to build all of the accessory props. So here's the pillar that the loom will wind around. I'm gonna go through and make a lot of different vases and different objects that she'll have around the house. So it's Sunday. The next step for today is to dress the entire set, and by the end of the day I want to be ready to film. Now a quick technology break to make the shadow. We have the set, we have her, she's standing. Gonna need to put all the bricks on the wall. We're going to need to paint all of the pottery pieces. Oh, and we're also gonna need to make the clothes that'll be hanging. Oh yeah, and I need to make the loom. A lot to do today. I've saved the worst prop for last. Now that I've done everything and I can no longer procrastinate, I have to start making the loom. Now for a tricky part, I'm gonna weave the loom. So it's Monday night. I just finished writing the support paper. I want to film all day tomorrow and all day Wednesday so that I have Thursday to edit, but I have quite a few more items to just power through to make sure that the set is ready to go. I gotta say, I'm really pleased with how this is turning out. It's technically Tuesday morning, 3 a.m. And I've finished everything on the set. And what needs to be done tomorrow that I didn't get to was taking pictures for the animatic and just finalizing those shots that I'm gonna get. I'll also have to figure out how to light the shadow and how to light the set in general. So it's Tuesday. Spent all morning setting up. I just took some test shots to figure out my angles and just finalize that. I have the set ready to go, lights blocked out, and I'm gonna start shooting. Right now it's 1 p.m. If I shoot until midnight, I should be able to get about half of it done, and then tomorrow I'll be able to start in the morning and I won't need as much setup time. I spent all day yesterday animating. I've finished half of the shots, except that 3 of those shots were just stills. So I need more time today for pure animation. The animation I also think is a tad more difficult today. I wanted to start first thing in the morning, but I had some difficulties with the files. I was trying to back up all the photos, and when I was doing the backup from my desktop to my external, I accidentally canceled it. And this deleted everything. Everything was gone. My project wouldn't open anymore, and it just wasn't even appearing on the Dragon Frame menu. That was definitely bad. I thought I had lost like 12 plus hours of work, and so I was able to retrieve copies of all of the files from yesterday. So disaster averted. It did mean that I went to bed at 4:30 in the morning. So starting another late day of animation, unfortunately. But today we're gonna try to get all that done. So although I've been animating and working for at least 12 hours a day, it's been a lot of like setup and moving things around since it is just a one-person crew. Now I'm averaging about 1.5 or 2 frames a minute, which isn't bad, but because it's so finicky, it's expected. It's Thursday morning. Today, I have to finish the shots. I have 3 more shots left. Then in the afternoon, I will edit. I have been editing every day a little bit by little bit, but I'll do the final edits tonight and edit the behind the scenes video. I just finished the last shot! So I've finished editing it together. Now I need to add sound. I can't record doing this because I need to take the recordings with my phone, but I'm about to do a bunch of Foley. And with that, the film is done! I'm so glad that I was able to do this for my final project. This has been a crazy week. It's been insane, stressful, educational, entertaining. It's been a journey, but we made it. Go check out the film. I think it turned out really well. Okay, bye!